I need to read that freaking book. I don't care what her books are about. I'm gonna read them all. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're wondering, what is this? Is this stack of books for the book haul? Yes, I have stacked them just to make it easier for me logistically instead of having them like spread all over. And I have organized them so that there's rhyme and reason as to the order of which I am showing you guys. No shade about it, but it's just how I'm feeling right now in this second, and I've organized them from least exciting to most exciting right now, like in this very moment. In addition to the books, there are 30 exactly, by the way. I have some like bookish items that I'll probably do first because I just want to get those out of the way, and I want to get like the least exciting books out of the way so that you guys stick around to the end to see the exciting ones, or at least again exciting to me. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Anita. This is my library space. I love books. As you can probably tell by the time I get to the end of this like stack of books that I've purchased in the month of March, I like a little bit of everything. I'm into a little bit of everything, and hopefully like there will be something here that like grabs you as well. And if you have read any of these books, leave it down in the comments below like what your thoughts and feelings and like experiences were, because some of these are really outside of my comfort zone. I'm not even gonna hold you. Some of these were like recommended to me by you guys or like people at work, so I'm really interested in them. But yes, if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before moving on. And if you like book hauls, give the video a thumbs up, and I will definitely keep you guys updated when I just lose my mind again at the bookstore. So first I'm going to start with like the bookish things. So if you guys watch my video about like bookish things that are like my favorite things, I told you about bookmarks, and my #1 favorite bookmarks are these guys, like the chain styles. This one has like rainbow and it says love and it has a little tassel and it's just so stinking cute. Love that. And then this one, for some reason now I have 3 bookmarks with bumblebees. I don't understand the bumblebee situation. Like, I'm not particularly a Bridgerton girly at all. I don't like bugs, but the bumblebees are so cute. So I have this one here, and I love that it's black and gold. Like, that is just so like sleek and classic, and I don't know why I need that in my books, but love that. And then my favorite one, and I immediately had to grab it, is this one. It's an open book, and hopefully you can see without the glare. I'm gonna get my face out of the way. It says a bookworm right here. It's so beautiful, and I might even like display this. Like, I love it so much. And these were all $6.99. They're pricey, but I didn't buy all of these at once. Like, every trip that I made, like, I buy one of these. Now, also speaking of like spendy, I got some bookish candles. I don't have any like actual bookish candles. I have candles on my bookshelves that give a bookish vibe, but these are actual bookish candles. And this one says enemies to lovers. Smells like heated fights and steamy nights, but the actual notes are vanilla, orchid, and jasmine. And I love vanilla and jasmine. I love orchids, the flowers. I have like some orchid tattoos, but I love the smell of jasmine and vanilla, and it actually smells really great. It's only got 1 wick, so like I don't imagine it has like a huge throw. Honestly, you can probably just open it and leave it like in a bathroom, like a half bath or something, and it'll still smell pretty nice. But I don't even know if I intend on actually burning these, to be honest. And then I got dark academia. Love that like subgenre. It says smells like melancholy moods and secret societies, but the actual notes are vintage leather and oud, and it smells like my kind of man. Like, you don't know what that means, but it smells so good. Like, this smells like my man. I don't have a man, but it smells like my man. And these were, I want to say they were $20, $26. So yeah, those are kind of expensive. But like I said, I don't have any Bookish candles, and I just got my bookshelves put together, and I thought that those were super, super cute. All right, so that's it for Bookish things. I'm gonna go ahead and get right to the reason why you're here. You want to see the actual books. So this first, and I've staggered them or whatever. So the first couple are nonfiction. This one was recommended to me by a coworker slash unofficial mentor of mine when I was talking to him about something going on, and he recommended this book, The Courage to Be Disliked. It's a little peek to my professional environment. But it pretty much just kind of speaks to that, making the tough decisions. You're never going to make everybody happy, and do what needs to be done, because that's what's required from a leader. And I'm really looking forward to it. It seems to be a really easy to read book, easily laid out, if you can kind of see that. But I'm very much looking forward to this, and this is definitely something that I do need to read. I do need to prioritize for my professional development. Then I have Remember Me Now by Faith Brooks, a journey back to myself and a love letter to Black women. And I don't know if this is considered memoir for her or not, but it says a Black woman's radical journey of self-love and just loving yourself and loving Black women, loving your life and your value and your contributions now, before give people their flowers while they're still here. And I feel this is her doing this for herself and for Black women, and I think that it sounds really beautiful. The back says, advocate for your Black sisters, take tender care of yourself. And I just think this is going to be really lovely. It seems to read narrative nonfiction and just really relatable, and like a sister talking to a sister, and this seems really nice. All right, next I have a couple of classics. I have Animal Farm by George Orwell and The Bell Jar. I know this was on the banned books list. I don't remember if The Bell Jar was or not, but I definitely picked this up. Because again, a coworker mentioned this to me months ago, and I was oh, okay, I put it on my list, and I just never really got around to it. It does seem to be a really short book. It's under 100 pages. It's 10 chapters, and it is about totalitarianism and just an overworked, underpaid type of society. And it's satire for sure, but apparently it is. Books that are on the banned book list make you think, and they challenge what is happening in the government, what is happening in marginalized societies, and trying to minimize those voices. And for me, why don't you want me to read this? Literally, if somebody saying don't touch that button, why don't you want me to touch the button? That's how I feel about the banned books. And this was on there, and I know that things might not be as easily accessible moving forward. So while I could get it, I want to get it. And then I got The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I talked about books or bookish things that intimidate me, and one of them was annotating. And the reason why I'm intimidated by annotating is kind of an irrational thought, but if I'm annotating a book and then I set it down and someone picks it up and they're oh, what's this? And they open it up and then they see something that I've written in the margins or something that I wrote in a sticky on there, and they're in my thoughts and soul at that point, and that's too personal. So in the comments of that video, someone said that they had misplaced this book or something like that, and I had annotated it, and they were mortified. And I was oh, I don't think I've heard of that or read that or anything. And she's get it, read it, and then you'll understand my mortification. So just that alone, I'm I really want to know. I don't even know what this is about, honestly. I might have peeked at the back, but I really didn't look into it. But I know that it is a well-loved book, and it hits people in the feels, and that is my thing. Okay, next I have one thriller. I think this is the only thriller that I have in the list, and it is You'll Never Be Me. This is about a social media influencer who got help or mentorship from another social media influencer, and then ends up trying to mimic her and doing everything that she did, and now she's like, you'll never be me. I don't know if she tries to like absorb her life or something, but it just sounds messy. So I've been having my eye on this since it published like last year, and I just never got it. And now it's in paperback, so that made it even more like attractive for me to pick up. Next, I have a visual poem called Inheritance by Elizabeth Acevedo. I believe she's Dominican and the author of Poet X, and I have not read Poet X. It's in verse. I don't know how I feel about readings. I do read poetry, or I have read poetry years and years and years ago. I do enjoy it, but like if I want to pick up like a book to read, I don't know that, like, oh, my new book, what's going to be my new book that I'm going to pick up today? I don't know that I'm going to pick up like a poetry book, but this one isn't really a poetry book. It says a visual poem, and it's really short, obviously, but I hear it's like really powerful and impactful, and it has such diversity on the cover and representation, and I just think that's really, really nice. This has been on my want to read list for a very long time, and for what it is, it's $17. I think that's what kind of like, it's $17, but I have it finally, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what it's about and how it impacts me. All right, this next stack here I am going to call book trophies. So I have read all of these. I just do not own all of these or have them in my possession. Some of these books, they're at my mom's house in Florida, and I don't know when I'm gonna get them back, but the first two are Eric Jerome Dickey, The Other Woman, and Friends and Lovers. I have had these books, and I have some other ones that are like in this style, like a cover, but it's different. Like it's a different texture, different material on the cover, and I'm like, is this just like a reprint? Like I'm sure it is, obviously, but it just doesn't feel the same. And I'm like, it's just weird. It's not good or bad, it's just weird because I was expecting something else. But either way, I have read these over a decade ago at this point, but I love EJD, and I will definitely be rereading his work sometime. Then I got The Mixtape by Brittany Cherry. This was the first book that I read of hers. I read it on KU, so I didn't have it. I've never seen it in the bookstore, ever. So I just ordered it online, and this is such a good book. I'm pretty sure I cried my little eyeballs out. I cried my eyeballs out, or could cry my eyeballs out, in all of her books. She's so powerful, and I just lovely. Just lovely, lovely, lovely. And I just had to have it. This is going on like my special shelf. And then finally for book trophies, I have The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. The girl's good. The girl is good, and I know a lot of you guys know what The Weight of Blood is about, so I'm not going to ramble on and on about that, but I had to have it. I don't like having, because I know I love her writing. I love her writing, and I have like 2 of her books over here, and I'm like, I've read more, and I want it to be represented. So I got The Weight of Blood, and that is something that I would reread too. All right, the next stack I have here are sci-fi fantasy. I bought Octavia E. Butler, Kindred. Yes, I already own this book, but I like this cover, so I bought this cover, and I'm going to donate the other one. I think I told you guys that in my book unhaul. So that one's getting donated, and this is the one that I'm going to keep. And it's not such a weird like shape or weird height. This is like a normal size book, or standard size book, and it's pretty, so I'm keeping that one. And then the other book that I got is Evan Winter, The Fires of Vengeance. This is book 2 of excitement. Now, have you read the first book, Anita? No, I haven't, but it's on my TBR for April, and the only reason I haven't started reading it because I didn't want to cheat and start reading it in March. It's probably the #1 anticipated read that I have on my TBR is The Rage of Dragons, which is the first book of this, and I have never heard anybody say they didn't like it. I don't care if I only understand 1 out of 5 words. I'm reading that book. I will be reading this book. I'm into it. I'm getting into it. I don't want to hear it. Like, it's happening. So I bought the second book, and I haven't done that in a long time, like buy a whole series without reading like the first book in the series, but I need to read that freaking book. Okay, next I have some historical fiction. I have two. I have finally purchased James by Percival Everett. I feel like I am in the stragglers of people who haven't read this book yet. Main reason I haven't picked it up is because I don't remember Huck Finn. I read that when I was probably 14, 15. I'm a lot older than that at this time. So, and it was for school. Like, who loved a book that they read for school? I can count on one hand the amount of books that I loved that I had to read from school. So that's why I hadn't picked it up. And I was like, I don't want to reread Huck Finn. But I also heard that, like, A, you can just look at the Spark Notes. And B, like, you can still read this and, like, love it and enjoy it and find it to be impactful without having reread Huck Finn or not having remembered very much or ever read Huck Finn. So from that, I feel a little bit more comfortable that I'm able to read this. And this was like the book of the year of the world of the universe. I'm not about to be left out. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm not about to be left out. Did I buy this for FOMO? Yes and no. Like, I am interested in it. But I'm also not about to be the only one that didn't read it. So I bought that. And then I got Kristen Hannah the Nightingale. Now, this is the second book. I have the 4 Winds from her. I haven't read it yet. I haven't heard a bad word about that. The Nightingale, this is longer than I thought it was going to be. But again, like, she will wreck you. And that is what I'm looking for sometimes. It's historical fiction. It's seemingly very immersive historical fiction, and heart-wrenching. And I think this one is like, yeah, it's got the Eiffel Tower on the front. So it's like set in London. I'm not London. In Paris and like Germany. Something between Germany and France. And sisters, I think. But I'm looking forward to reading this. I am. I'm scared. But I'm looking forward to reading it. All right, we're about halfway through the stack. Stay with me, y'all. All right, next I have some YA books. I got Charming as a Verb by Ben Philippe. It says he could charm anyone until now. So this, I heard Shaughnessy talk about this, I think. I don't know if she read it or if it's on her TBR, but it was like this guy, he's kind of like a scammer, and then this girl finds out he's a scammer, and he's like, wait, no, don't tell anybody, and like they have to team up for something. I don't know, but it just sounded like a cute little rom-com, and I've been in the mood for those. Like every other book, I'm finding that I'm needing every other book to be like a cute little rom-com, because I'm gonna tell you right now, like, pause on the book haul. I've been reading 2 books for weeks, it seems like. Probably, actually, I've been reading them for weeks, and I haven't been wanting to pick up another book because I'm like, I'm already reading. It was 3 books, now it's down to 2 books, and then I quickly read another book and finished that. So these 2 books, like, I've been reading for so long, and I have like a little piece of guilt that is like, Anita, don't pick up another book because you got those 2 books that are waiting for you to finish them. Come on, you're over like 50% done with those books. Finish the books, finish the books. But they're not cute and fluffy. Like, I want that now. So I'm feeling like, instead of piling on a bunch of like heavier, deeper topic books, I need to break them up with like cutesy wootsy stuff like this. All right, back to the haul. I got Salt the Water by Candice Ilo. Hopefully that's how you say their name. First of all, the cover is so beautiful. And this one says on the back, a heartfelt lament for what America could be, but chooses not to. I believe it is, it has queer representation. And like something happens at school that like blows out of proportion for like the queer student. And like something emergency happens and like it goes from there. Like, it sounds to be like it's going to be heart-wrenching for sure. It sounds like it's going to be heart-wrenching, and I'm really looking forward to it. Not because it's heart-wrenching, but because I know I'm going to feel something. The last few YA books that I've read honestly have been surprisingly impactful and like hit me in my feels, and I'm really looking for that. Also, this book, Go Ask Alice, I'm sure you've probably heard of this. It might be on the banned books list, I don't know, because again, it makes you feel, it makes you think. But a friend of mine from years ago, like when I was getting back into reading like very slowly, he mentioned this book, and he's like, he thinks about it all the time. And even like on the back, I'm pretty sure it says like a book you'll never forget. And it's about like a teenage girl who like struggles with addiction, I'm pretty sure. And it's written like in as if you're reading like her diary or something. And I know this is about to have me messed up. So I don't know what I'm actually going to get to this. This is just going to be one that's there when I'm ready to read it. I want to read this. I want to read that. Also, I mentioned Tiffany D. Jackson. This is not a book trophy. I haven't read it, but this is Grown. And I have heard, as with all her books, excellent things about it. This is going to mess me up. All of her books mess me up. But again, time and place. And I think this is a thriller for sure. I'll read the blurb. It's really short. It says, when a legendary R&B artist, Corey Fields, spots Enchanted Jones at an audition, her dreams of being a famous singer take flight until Enchanted wakes up with blood on her hands and zero memory of the previous night. Who killed Corey Fields? Oh, so I'm scared about it. But I know it's going to be a really easy, like, page turning, can't put down type of book, and I trust Tiffany D. Jackson with everything. Last for the YA, I have Pretty by Keith F. Miller Jr. This is also a career book. Look at the freaking cover. I picked this up and when I was doing like a reading vlog before I moved, like months ago, and I read like the first few pages. Maybe I read the first chapter, and it just seemed like really cute and sweet and like coming of age, and like it definitely YA, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be annoying YA. It seems like it's going to be like relatable and like understandable, and like I just want to hear what you have to say. I want to see your experience. I want to know how you feel, and just I want to feel with you. Like that's what I think this is going to give. And it has a second book as well. I don't remember the name of it, but if I like this, then I'll definitely pick that up in the future. All right, the second to last stack. This is romance. I think I'm just gonna call this romance. The first I have, and they lived happily ever after, by Therese Bahari. I hope I said that right. Excuse me. I think this is like magical realism. It says, in the sparkling new novel, acclaimed author Therese Bahari delivers a delightfully magical romantic comedy about a woman literally living her dreams and conjuring a real life hero. Okay, I remember. So the woman, everything she dreams like comes to life, and she like has a kiss during one of her dreams, and then it actually turns out to be like happening in real life, or it does happen in real life and she doesn't know what to do about it or something like that. Don't quote me, but it just seemed to be very unique. Like I've never read any like dreamy type books, or like I haven't read a lot of magical realism. I haven't read a lot of magical. I have read some, but I haven't read a lot. But it just seemed really unique, so I picked that up. Then I have Bitter and Sweet by Rhonda McKnight. The first book of this series, The Thing About Home, is on my TBR for April. So I have this book again. I haven't heard a single bad thing, and if I'm not mistaken, they're Christian romance. Thing About Home was not in the religious section. This one was, and I did used to read Christian romance when I was younger, and I really liked it. It is something so fresh and like lovable about reading Christian romance, Black Christian romance, and like I would love to get back into that. So I'm very much looking forward to reading both of these books. This might be, and this is giving like a good like spring summertime book as well. Hold up now, I hope my tower doesn't like fall over. Then I got The Love Lyric by Christina Forrest. You already know about this one. This is the third and final book in the Green Sister series. I have read the first book. I think, nope, the second one is not on my TBR. It almost made it to my TBR, but I picked something else. But if you read The Neighbor Favor or The Partner Plot, this is the third book in that one. And of course, I'm going to read that. And then finally from, wait, nope, I have two more. Then I have The Love Simulation by Etta Easton. This is the second book of this series. The first book is on my TBR. I don't even know if I put that video up yet. I'm over here telling y'all my TBR. It's fine. But the first book is The Kiss Countdown, and that was her debut book. This is the second book, and this is about a vice principal and a science teacher competing for a grand prize, only to realize their budding relationship might be the real jackpot. I love like a teacher romance. I love a teacher romance. I love like a workplace romance. Like, I'm just realizing that about myself. I don't know what it is, but like, it's so cute. It's so cute. I don't understand it, but I'm really looking forward to reading that one after I read The Kiss Countdown. And then finally, for like my romance books, I have Beautiful Broken Love by Shanora Williams. I have seen people bawl their eyeballs out over this. Bawl them out. And that is the type of time I be on sometimes. And I'm really looking for, I've said that for every single book, but I'm really looking forward to it. And if I really like this book, and if I really like the author's writing style, I know she's got a ton of other books, both thriller and romances, that I could get into. And I want to start with this, not because it's like the most hype, but again, like I feel like it's a safer read, honestly, because I've never heard a bad word about it. And I've actually seen people cry their eyes out over it, and like read the reviews and saying like it was beautifully tragic. And you know that I love like Brittany Cherry. That's the type of stuff that she writes like exclusively, is like beautiful tragedy and like love through that. And I love that so much. I love it so much. Okay, finally, this is my urban romance stack. Saving the best for last. So first I have this cute little book here. It is by Masterpiece, and it is 90s Love in Cali. And this is a part of like a 90s love series, or maybe it's just 90s series, and it's written by different authors. Different authors like have a book inside of it, inside the series, and this is by Masterpiece. And I heard Masterpiece can do no wrong. Their name is not misplaced, and this one, it very much gives like 90s vibes. And if you can see, it has like a little boom box, like it seems so cute. And the gold chain, like the colors, like does it or does it not give 90s? And I feel like this would be a really easy book to like get you out of a reading slump, which I'm not even gonna hold you, I've been in a reading slump pretty much all month, and I'm trying, which is why I'm trying to get away from like forcing myself to finish those 2 books. But yeah, like I have a few books in this stack, a few books that I hauled for you guys the last time that like definitely could get me out of it. And urban romance gets me out of it so easily. Like I'd be really ready to like throw everything away and keep my urban romances because they just do it for me. And then last, I have 2 series by my fave, Alexandria House. I have this one. It is the Three Kings series. Only 2 of the books are out now. Memphis just came out, and then the 3rd one is probably coming out later this year or early next year. But I have already read Lilith, and it is bananas. But I love it. Like I love that about it, that they are bananas. Like, what is even happening? And then Memphis is her sister, and there are, this one says it's erotic and dark romance. I would call this one erotic and dark romance too, to be honest with you, with elements of suspense. And I am into it. I love Alexandria House, and if I'm not mistaken, like this is a kind of out of her like realm, out of like comfort zone. She hasn't written a dark romance that I know of ever before, and I think she freaking nailed it. Like it's a dark romance. Like there's I can't even tell you anything without like spoiling it, but it's dark romance. And then finally I have from Alexandria House, dang, what's the name of this series? Whoops, it's like something love series. Okay, this one, I think I have them in order: Higher Love, Made to Love, and Real Love. I might have them backwards, but these are the 3 books. And I remember seeing like for her recommendations that she recommends these books either the most or that you start with these. I have read 3 series of hers before I got to this book, and honestly 3.5 if you want to count these, before I even got to these books. But I will read everything that she's ever written. Like, she's such a freaking vibe. And these covers, these are my favorite covers that she's ever done. Like, this is giving Black love, like all the way. I don't know what the books are about. I don't care what her books are about. I'm gonna read them all. I'm going to, and I will have them physically. She has some of these on KU, but like I want them all. So that is all I have for my book haul. I kept it under 30 minutes. Yay. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you've read any of these, let me know in the comments down below what you think about them. And if you want to see me do a reading vlog in any of these, comment down below whichever books have the most like requests or like the most like thumbs up on those comments, then I will do a reading vlog for those books for you guys in the month of April. So let me know, drop your recommendations down in the comments below, and I will hook you guys up with the reading vlog with all of my live reactions and things like that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.